Hello, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today, playing some SELESNYA humans in Historic Best of 3. I've already recorded a deck tech for this video. If you want to see that, check the description for a link to that video. Otherwise, I'm going to jump into some games after I talk about the one new card that I have added to this deck. So, SELESNYA humans, pretty typical archetype by now in Historic. Everybody knows how it plays. It's pretty standardized. The one new card that came from Alchemy is the Inquisitor Captain, a 3/3 for 4. It says when Inquisitor Captain enters the battlefield, if there are 20 or more creature cards with mana value 3 or less among cards in your graveyard, hand, and library, seek 2 creature cards with mana value 3 or less, put one of them onto the battlefield, and shuffle the other into your library. So it's kind of a new take on Collected Company. We are guaranteed, of course, to get the Inquisitor Captain, the 3/3 with Vigilance, and we will get our choice of 2 more among all of these other cards that are in the deck. The other one will be shuffled into the library. We choose the best one, put it on the battlefield. So it's kind of a whiff-free Collected Company. The problem with it is that it is not instant speed, but it is more reliable. Right now, 2 of them in the main board. We'll see how it plays. Hopefully it does well. So, gonna jump into a few games. See you over there. SELESNYA humans, Historic Best of 3. This one's actually a long time coming. I've been meaning to play this deck for as long as I can remember. But I just never got around to playing it for whatever reason. Got distracted with other stuff. But finally, now with the introduction of Inquisitor Captain, I'm here and trying out the deck. So, it's only fitting that the first game I play is against either Jeskai Control or, well, oh, it's a Yorion deck. I was going to say 5-color Niv, but it might be a different breed. 80 cards. I get to draw a card. So they have the portable hole. Great. All right, Cave of the Frost Dragon is not terrible. I can play this out. So it looks like the game plan is Hamlet Vanguard next turn into the Inquisitor, the only things I have to play. Try to dodge some board wipes. See how it goes. I guess my question for you could be, what do you think? Should Inquisitor Captain be in Collected Company decks, or is it too greedy to play Collected Company and Inquisitor Captain in the same deck? I'd love to know what you think on that one. So the opponent has a Wandering Mind. This is a new one to me. Oh, look at that art, though. When Wandering Mind enters the battlefield, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among them and put it into your hand. The rest on the bottom of your library. They revealed the portable hole. Okay. So I was thinking about putting out the Hamlet Vanguard, but I actually think I'm just going to go out with the Ranger Captain. And I'm probably going to go and get a Giant Killer for the inevitable Yorion that is certainly coming down the line. Now, do I want to trade? No, I don't want to trade that. No, don't want to trade. No attack. You calm down, Esper Sentinel. I know you got your blades out and you're all ready to go to battle, but you're a 1/1. Chill. I need you to make my Hamlet Vanguard a little bit bigger. Scary looking opponent's deck. So much control all day. Control. This might actually just be a really cool mid-range deck, though. Unfortunately, a 0/4, particularly good at stonewalling my entire deck. All right, so the opponent pays the appropriate tax for the portable hole, and they've now holed up 2 of my poor Esper Sentinels. All right, well, I suppose it's time to see what the Inquisitor Captain can do. So we get 2 cards, Thalia's Lieutenant and Brutal Cathar. I think I like the Lieutenant a little bit more than the Cathar because it allows for my Ranger to get in. I don't like that block. That block, to me, kind of signals that they might have a board wipe coming. If they do, they do. Oh, yeah, they definitely do. They definitely do. Here we go. It's so transparent, like... Yeah. All right. You got me. So I suppose it's Thalia to the field, and I don't want to play that out. Maybe it's... Is a 3/3 Hamlet Vanguard good enough? It's not good enough. All right. Put the escort out. It's getting no value, but it's fine. I was watching some... Oh no, that's not good. They returned the Wrath of God. I was watching some Saffron Olive, MTG Goldfish. Oh, they got that. Goldfish modern videos this weekend. I took apart my computer. I did some cable management, got the computer station all nice and clean. And I was watching some of his videos, and it's been a while since I played Modern. I'll finish this thought in a second. I'm going to attack in. I'm debating if I want to put out the Hamlet Vanguard or the Inquisitor Captain. I think it's the Vanguard because the Escort actually protects the Vanguard pretty well. So I was watching that, and you kind of notice that Modern is just a different beast. They have, of course, a lot of combo and control decks in the format. Nasty, nasty things. They don't have the weird abundance of wraths that we have in this format. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if that's because the low to the ground strategies are so much faster than the turn 4 wrath strategies that would stop them, or if it's because those decks have better removal options than relying on a turn 4 Wrath of God. But it's such a different environment. I don't imagine players have to worry so much about being under the constant thumb of a board wipe. Whereas when you're playing in Historic, it's board wipe city. Every time you're just expecting wipe, 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 wipe. Wondering if the opponent's gearing up for another one. It's a Wandering Mind instead. Sure. Yeah, just an interesting kind of thought I had. Weird format we got here in Historic Land. So I can turn on my cave. I think that's probably the best thing, and attack in with these 3. Feels like a pretty safe attack. I'm happy with 7 damage. So they need a little bit more than a board wipe to survive what's happening, and I don't think the Yorion is actually going to be enough. Hey. Oh, wow, it's the first time I've seen this since it's been balanced. Let's see how balanced it is. So it enters the battlefield, it scry 1 to the bottom. It used to draw a card. Okay, the opponent gains a little bit of life. That's awfully nice. So I have options. None of them feel super great. Do I just want to kill? So the problem is they can Yorion. They can put Yorion into hand and bring it back. They can also ephemerate. So anything I do here is not going to really work out for me. So I think it's actually just Cave of the Frost Dragon, attack in. The question is, do I want to attack in with the Hamlet Vanguard? I think I'm okay doing this. Yeah, okay. They'll ephemerate that. Sure. They get the Wandering Mind again. I like that card. It's a cool looking card. Not really sure what my plan is going to be going forward. I kind of feel like I might just be in trouble. They can actually just keep looping. Yeah, the ephemerate. Good design, Wizards, when you can just loop your your bounce spells. Geniuses. All right, so they play that. They gain a little bit of life. Wandering Mind. Sure. Guess what's never going away? All right. Well, there's probably... I know it seems like I might be in an okay position, but this is a horrible position. There's literally nothing I can do. No, I can't do that. I could do the Brutal Cathar, but... yeah. Yeah, they weren't able to bounce that because I had the giant killer. I could have murdered it before it flickered out. Classic move by the opponent. It's a pretty cool little engine, but I have a feeling it's just going to take them forever to murder me. And I think it's kind of just like playing with your food right now. They're just... yeah. This is the worst thing. Some might argue there was no play design when they tested things like Eternal Witness all those years ago, and now Timeless Witness and Ephemerate. I can't imagine loops like this are intended. Kind of thinking now, though, they might not be playing any kind of... well, they must... yeah. No, they're probably playing more board wipes. I got to imagine one of these is probably another Wrath of God. When things get really out of control, they can deploy that. So now this Yorion will never go away. I can't kill it because they will always have an Ephemerate. They might even have 2 Ephemerates. So is there any reason to continue this? I'm going to see one more card. I think I'm pretty much done with this one. It's a good card, but like it just doesn't do anything. Okay. Let's go see what the sideboard can do for us. I actually don't know if there's anything the sideboard can do for me. Rest in Peace seems okay because they are looping things, so that's probably good. I think the Elite Spellbinders are probably going to be okay. Redain's going to be okay. Thalia was on the field the whole time. It did literally nothing to them. Okay. I actually forgot Thalia was on the field. That was that little moment. Thalia, huh? I guess I'll go down the Brutal Cathars. At least a couple of them. Yeah, 2 of them. Pretty rough cuts here. Just trimming the fat here and there. All of these cards seem like a little bit useful, though. Don't know. I think I'm just going to have a really hard time against this deck no matter what I do. It's... the makeup of it is just too resilient to like an on-the-ground creature strategy. Oh, I love going 6 lands to 0 lands to 1 land to a slightly playable hand. Oh god, it's so bad. All right. well, this is not a good way to lead into things. I don't want to see that. I think a giant Thalia's Lieutenant might be the only way I can maybe figure out something, but it's probably dead right now. Because, of course, they play spot removal. Alright, all my things are on the field. It blows my mind that a deck can be like... because, I play Boggles. I love Boggles. Boggles is one of my favorite decks. It's been a while since I've talked about this. You need an even distribution of lands, enchantments, and creatures. And when I play Boggles, one of those elements is always missing. You either have all the lands and creatures and no enchantments, or all the enchantments and lands and no creatures to put them on, you know, something like that. But then you have a deck like this where you need lands, bounce spells, creatures to bounce, and then removal. And then when they play things, it just seems to work out so perfectly. It takes the the salt levels and makes the salt levels spew out of your head. Because it doesn't make any sense. and then I have like the best card in my deck at 3 mana because I'm on a mulligan to 4. But hey, maybe Redain will die a horrible, horrible death. All right, let's see if they have counter magic. You think they have a disdainful stroke for my collected company? Yeah. Sure. Oh, that's good. Yeah, double Elite Spellbinder. Let's go see what they got going on in their hand. It's gonna make me cry. Yeah, huh? It's all good. All right. I mean, Thalia's Lieutenant's not a terrible top deck. Ding ding. Maybe they missed their lands. They are struggling on lands, so they are kind of proving the point of you can't have everything all the time. Just most of the things, some of the time. Gonna need one more land for the Cave of the Frost Dragon. We'll see. Yep. Well, I found it. So at the very least, I can... I clicked too quickly. I clicked too quickly. That's too bad. That's fine. The Thalia's Lieutenant wasn't going to do anything. Everything rests on the Cave of the Frost Dragon right now. So, are they able to gain life? Are they able to find a flyer? Let's see. Timeless Witness gets Unholy Heat, but Unholy Heat's only going to do... Unholy Heat currently only does 3. Instant sorcery, artifact. Do they have a way of putting something in the graveyard? No. Okay. It's kind of inconceivable. This 80 card deck that was like bounce spell engine last game suddenly becomes an Unholy Heat, double Lightning Helix, Deafening Clarion, other Unholy Heat oriented deck, perfectly lining up to my mulligan to 4. Dirty dog, and they found the Ephemerate. And all the lands. Oh, it's so gross. Yeah. Oh, I hate everything that's happening right now. Historic is a horrible place sometimes. Wow, they looped Ephemerate again. I'm holding out for the collected company. All I want to see is my collected company hit 2 Llanowar Elves that are not in my deck, but you know it's gonna hit 2 Llanowar Elves, because why not? Yeah. I should have read this card before. I didn't realize it tapped for 2 mana. That's pretty good. Yeah. What's in the Archive. Oh, they got rid of it. Oh, they bounced it. I don't know how they're doing all of this with all this mana. It's blowing my mind. Okay, let's see it. How bad is it? Ow! See, I built my deck around having enough creatures for the collected company. And yeah, okay. Next game. I'm not gonna go down. I'm gonna come back fighting. Time to get some retribution for these SELESNYA humans. That last game, that was a disgusting display. But it was close. You know, I gotta say. Mulligan to 4 and getting the opponent down to nearly lethal. They needed 2 removal spells, although one of them was Lightning Helix that would have healed them past the 3. That's, you know, ignore that little fact. It was close. Closer than I could have ever hoped for a mulligan to 4 with that amount of removal on the other side of the field. Now I hit the 3 pairs. Oh, it's awful. I gotta mulligan that. That's bad too. Okay, I guess I'll ditch the Catilda. Simply because of the way my mana is, and hope to hit the collected company. Fingers crossed. I think I'm due for a little bit of luck. The day started off super well. The decks that I played early on in the day were piping hot. Nice win streaks. The last couple decks, however, been a little bit rough. But I mean, that's Magic. That's typical Magic variants. You're gonna have those situations. Apparently, the opponent on the other side's struggling with something, though. I don't think I've asked my question yet. That last game was pretty mind-numbing, so it's possible that I missed that question. Whatever, I'll ask another one if I haven't asked one yet. How are you feeling about Magic these days? I've been seeing a lot of negativity around the game. If you kind of follow what people are saying on Reddit, everybody's quitting the game. Game's dead. Wonder, how are you doing with the game? Are you still around watching videos? Still willing to play? Willing to give Wizards of the Coast your money? I'm against one of my recent hatred decks, the Jund food or Golgari food. There's 2 different versions of it. Both decks are pretty yucky. Found my white source or green source though. Kind of wish I had that Catilda now, but I don't. So Thalia gets onto the field. I am setting up though for a added line next turn, and then maybe a collected company on 4 if they remove the Thalia. Yeah. Things are happening. Not for the opponent, though. The opponent is taking their time literally 3 minutes in on turn 3 of the first game. So buckle up for a slog of a game. You know it's coming. They're taking this much time to decide about their trail of crumbs. Thoughtful opponents. So many thoughtful opponents these days. Everybody's favorite kitty cat. Meow. Okay, Brutal Cathar. Not a terrible card. I could Cathar away the kitty cat, but that won't really do anything. So instead I'll go out with the Adeline, and I'll attack in with the Thalia. Generate a 1/1 human creature token. The one good thing about this matchup is I can go as wide as I want, and I don't have to be concerned about board wipes. A little bit of an upside. Yay, they found the witch's oven, so opponent's turns are going to increase by at least 30 seconds per turn. The I guess I could tell a little bit of a story since the opponent's taking their time. I may as well. I was recording the last video. After getting done with it, I looked down underneath my desk and I just noticed a pile of blood. It somehow ripped open my toe while I was recording the last game, I guess, or not last game, but the last video, which would have been the werewolf video, which was pretty rough. I guess I got so frustrated during that video or making that video that I must have kicked something under my desk, or I don't know what I did, but it didn't hurt and I didn't notice it. But when I looked down, it was a startling amount of blood. I haven't bled in quite a long time. Oh my God, it's only turn 4. It feels like we've been playing this game forever. Let's go in, yeah, with all the boys. But yeah, I don't know what I did. It was really weird. So now I keep looking down because I have my toe wrapped in some tissue. I'm just kind of hoping the bleeding stops. But I'm dedicated to these videos. I'm determined to get this recorded. Yeah, I'm dedicated. That's what it is. So, should I just go out with the Hamlet Vanguard or the Ranger Captain? If I go out with the Ranger Captain, I can get nothing really that interesting. This is just going to be a big beater. We'll put this out. 7-7. Another thing for them to deal with. I'm sure they'll think long and hard on it. I just realized why the last... Okay. I just realized why my earlier videos went well and the last couple of videos, the werewolf and this video, have been a struggle. This is the reason. So I've always said Diamond 4 is like the worst place to play. I never enjoy my games here, and what I did last season was I just played the Heliod Life Gain deck and just rocketed out of Diamond 4 because I just never have good games when I'm in Diamond 4. I think so many people that are trying to hit Mythic that they just, something's wrong. You know, whatever it is that's wrong, they just can't quite make it out of Mythic or out of Diamond, and they keep sinking back down to Plat or Diamond 4, and that's where they all kind of like settle. I think that's kind of my theory on the whole situation with that. But yeah, that's probably explaining why I should have just played a few games, shot out of Diamond, and been done with it. But I didn't. Anyways, getting in for 5 here, potentially. Opponent can keep looping their wonderful Cauldron Familiar. I'm not really sure what's going on their side of the field. They haven't really done anything. And I don't know why. Definitely feel like I've been in this game for a very long time, though. Well, I know how long. It's been 8 minutes, and this is only turn 5. 8 minutes for turn 5. Okay. Well, they did find the Ravenous Squirrel. Thankfully, I have the Brutal Cathar, and the Brutal Cathar does a pretty good job at stopping that nasty little squirrel. So this turn, collect a company, build up the board even more. Should be fine. Should be able to just bully them down. Okay, they're planning something big. I don't have any protection for the Hamlet Vanguard. Kind of maybe would have been nice to play out the Ranger Captain of Eos to go get the Protector. Apparently they just can't be bothered with it. Thankfully, Yasharn is a possibility, and I think I'm going to bring in Rest in Peace because I really don't want them messing around with the kitty cat. Sure. I think Esper Sentinel is okay in this matchup, but not the best. So I'm only going to leave one in that I can go and find with the Ranger Captain of Eos. And I think Catilda might be another one to take out. I think she's just really weak to... Well, they're not playing Mayhem Devil. I'm still stuck on Jund food, not Golgari food. But I don't think they're going to be playing much removal, so I think if I get a Catilda on the field, it's probably going to stick on the field for the remainder of the game. So any additional ones, meh. All right, finally back in for game 2. It's a very, very, very long sideboarding process, apparently. I wonder if it's possible the opponent just they're done with this. Humans, yuck, and they're out. Maybe, okay, so here's a good thing I can jabber on about while the opponent's deciding if they're actually playing the game or not. For me, there are decks that just like make my skin crawl. Any food strategy, hate it. Removal.deck, so your 5-color Niv or your Jeskai controls that are only creature removal oriented, they seem to be. Those ones, I can't stand them. And then, yeah, those are the ones that I really hate. The other one, oh, and the Heliod combo deck, which I do play from time to time if I want to rank up, because it's just ridiculously broken, but I don't like it. But I guess if you want to climb out a diamond really easily, that's what you play, trust me. Those ones are the ones that just really get me. But like, I really wonder how people feel about other decks. Does humans rub you the wrong way? When you see humans, do you just like roll your eyes back and like, oh, this again? Or when you see other aggro-based strategies, a lot of the ones that I play, vampires from recent memory, if you see burn, do those things bother you like some other strategies maybe bother me, or what? I'm just wondering your take on my weird rambling. Apparently the opponent's done with this game, so they're gonna go. Hopefully you can give me some insight into how the other side feels, because everybody, from what you learn after you play enough Magic, you talk to enough Magic players, you start to learn that everybody hates every deck that anybody's playing at any given time. Yay, we won. Oh, lucky us. And the opponent let us get 2 pips, so that's nice. Anyways, let me know what your thoughts on decks you dislike or don't enjoy. I think it's more don't enjoy playing against necessarily. And in my case, it's those decks that just have inherently busted strategies or are really heavy creature removal, because I play so many creature decks. Yeah, just jabbing. Let's go to the next one. One more. Okay, hopefully we find a game. I'm kind of a little bit happy that the opponent decided to toss in the towel in that last one, because I don't know, they were playing very slowly. Maybe they had something going on in their lives, but from my experience, Jund Food or Golgari Food players tend to take their time with a lot of the decisions that they're making. Yeah, I'll keep this. I think I might end up putting this giant killer out. Maybe not. No. Change my mind. What does Kahira mean? Kahira either means they're being really cool and playing cats, which isn't the case, obviously, now. It could have also meant control, and this is certainly going to be a control matchup now. I have no doubt in my mind that's the situation. So this giant killer, probably more effective on the field as a 1-2. Gonna attack in, see what they're doing, and I think I'm gonna put Thalia onto the field instead of Adeline. I kind of think Adeline might be more helpful. Kahira is one of these wonderful cards because it says the companion requirement: each creature card in your starting deck is a cat, elemental, nightmare, dinosaur, or beast. So you can either play cats, elemental, nightmare, dinosaurs, or beasts, or you don't play any creatures and you just make the game miserable for me. Why are these people? Why? Alright, I get to get in for 2 with my giant killer and 1/1. Adeline's pretty resilient to a lot of the board wiping strategies in the format though, so that's nice. Except that board wiping strategy. That board wiping strategy does a really good job at messing me up. Alright, so I'll send Catilda there, and I'll send these over here, and the other one. I'm pretty sure I can send it here. Yeah. Maybe they have a lightning helix to take out my giant killer. No? Okay. Well, I would love a collected company here, but the game has decided to give me my Brutal Cathars against the deck that's only playing Kahira. Maybe I can get a Shark Typhoon at some point. Alright. Should have played the land first. Doesn't matter. I'm very, very much not enjoying Magic right now. I might have to go through, because I recorded a lot of videos today. I might actually have to go through all the videos that I recorded and look at how many control matchups I went up against. It's like 70 or 80% control. Yeah. Yuck. Okay, value Brutal Cathar. The good old value Cathar. It's so bad. But you know what's cool? That art. Look how sweet the Moonrage Brute art is. Very reminiscent of War Machine, I guess, is the game. Hopefully I can find some awesome pictures. This shoulder piece in particular reminds me of that. While I was jawing on, I kept saying jabbing on before. Jawing on, I think, is the term that I should be saying. My opponent decided to use a Lightning Helix to kill my value Cathar, and then they countered my one, my 1/1. What's your problem? It's just everybody's turn. Why? I shouldn't have said anything at the end of that last video about the things that I hate, because here it is. Here comes either Shark Typhoon or a Lightning Helix, but I'll try one. Ooh, got me. I'm done with this. What do I got? Thalia, Spellbinder, Redain. Those are the anti-control cards. Bring them on in. I don't think Giant Killer is going to get a whole lot of value. I'll keep one in for a Giant Shark Typhoon. Why not? Brutal Cathar can get out of here. Shield. You're watching in real time Magic Arena breaking me. These have been some of the worst matchups I've seen in a while. Just this last run, the last run of like the last 6 games have just been rough. All right, well, Esper Sentinel onto the field, and I should be able to get a Thalia's Lieutenant out. So maybe draw a few cards from the Esper Sentinel. That's what we gotta do. We gotta be a little bit faster. So they don't have a Lightning Helix. I would like to play out the Elite Spellbinder, but I actually think that the Escort might be the better play. This to me looks like a Sensor. Bang, bang. Okay, cool. So now the Escort can give lifelink and indestructible to either the Esper Sentinel or the Lieutenant. It's a little bit risky to put out the Elite Spellbinder, but I think Redain might actually be okay to get onto the field. They might have board wipes, but this will set them off by a couple of turns. I'm only going to attack in with the Lieutenant and the Esper Sentinel because they might have a Shark Typhoon, 1/1 Shark Typhoon. They're eyeing up the Redain, making me think that they might actually have Lightning Helix for the Redain, which I can't do anything about, and then they might have the follow-up board wipe. But what else can I do, right? Hey, call it like I see it. It's so, yeah, let's see if they had the follow-up Wrath of God. Show it to me. They might not be willing to throw it out yet. Oh, they don't have the mana for it. Ooh. Well, kind of don't hate that. Let's get old Siggy out onto the field. Pump up the team. And now I still don't feel comfortable attacking with the 2/2. Fateful Absence. Ooh, they're letting me draw? Why? They could have paid that tax. Oh, okay. Sure. It's the opponent being cool. Well, do I want to load up the Cave of the Frost Dragon or the Elite Spellbinder? I think it's the Elite Spellbinder, and then crack the clue that's still broken. Okie doke. So there is the predicted Shark Typhoon. And they don't have a whole lot. Huh. They can keep the Narset. And I wasn't going to play out the Esper Sentinel, but now that they have a 3/3 Shark, I want to get in for 4. Yeah. Okay, and I can still crack the clue. Give me my cards. Not those cards though. No, 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 no. I wanted better cards.
Keep an open mind.
Lightning Helix. Pish posh. That's not cool. Okay. There aren't any more Sigardas in the deck. Thalia's Lieutenant off the top would be like the best. Sure. Lieutenant's still the best. Did I draw a card this turn? Oh, I did draw a card. I'm a dum-dum. Oops. Genius. Maybe I don't deserve to win. How did I draw? I know I drew these cards. I don't know. I'm blanking now. Oh, because of the Esper Sentinels. Right. Okay. So do they have to block the 4/4 or the 3/3? Yes. So I can attack all in. And they're forced to block here. Okay. Oh, I can't believe I just, like, blanked on that card draw. It's been a long day, and, oh, Lightning Helix is, like, the worst thing they could find. Because now they can go to Fairy if they have another one, and then untap bounce. They could just play a land, but they can't play... No, they could play the Plains. That's 7, so they could definitely play Plains, Teferi, Lightning Helix. Lightning Helix on the Esper Sentinel. It doesn't keep them alive, though. Okay, I only get to draw 1, because now I recognize what's happening in this game. Just leave me alone. I'm losing it. I'm losing it, guys. Day of Judgment. Okay. All right. So it is possible, and I think the deck is probably as good as it's going to get against what they're doing. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. That's not very good. That's definitely not good enough. Hopefully they mulligan. Ah, they kept 7. Well, I gotta throw it away. And yeah, keep this risky hand. Okay. But it could be an awesome hand if I'm able to get up to these collected companies. And Thalia's an okay turn 2 play. The Esper Sentinel's all right. It's probably going to result in at least a little bit of card draw. Backup Thalia, sure. Never say no to a backup Thalia. However, I would say very much no if I don't hit my land here. Okay. I don't think I feel comfortable putting out the Adeline. Now I feel comfortable putting out the Adeline. Don't get the benefit of the attack trigger, but it's fine. So triple collected company could be just what I need to edge out a win here. Unfortunately, the opponent has the advantage. All right, let's just start with Thalia. Okay. Expressive iteration for 3. Still good at 3 mana. They find the Ragrum Triome. And I have collected company mana, so I will let them do their thing, hopefully try to get rid of Thalia, and I can have an opening to play out collected company. No. As good as collected company is against control decks, I think, yuck. Good control players can really play around it well. And I'm in trouble now. All of these are really good cards for the opponent, and they're going to get a free Thalia's Lieutenant. I don't know why I wasn't thinking of the Shark Typhoon. It was just dumb. What do you take? I think because I have so many collected companies, I think it's just that. Up. Dead. I was really hoping to hit the Brutal Cathar, which I took out of the deck. Just a bad player. Just losing it now. That's all that's happening. And now we're under the thumb of a 4/4 Shark into Fairy. So nothing's going to happen now. No attack. Another Shark Typhoon. Sure. Oh, Teferi. Yeah, I don't know. What do you do in this spot? Concede? Maybe. Because they're just going to keep hitting land drops and gaining extra value. Drawing 2 cards per turn and keeping all your mana open is just a little bit much. I think I just have to jam the collected company into that absorb. All right, sure. It is a game over. Dang. You know what? I'm pretty satisfied with how things have gone. Opponent, you've, do I have the hearts anymore? Oh, yeah. You earned it. I hope you climb out a diamond. All right. Let's go to a wrap-up. All right, so I guess the Inquisitor Captain can be okay. Didn't really get a chance to see it do anything because right now the meta seems to be one of 2 decks. You're going to have your extreme value food-based strategies, or you're going to have the hardest anti-creature control matchups. And I'm not really sure why things are like that. It's been kind of that way all day. It's been very rough. Lots of long, grindy games. something has pushed people that way, and it's only getting worse by the week. I remember saying this last week that this meta seems incredibly anti-creature, and it's even more so that way. And it's not very fun to play decks like this. The Selesnya Humans deck, absolutely powerful. It can get in under most strategies, but I think it's too slow when you're putting in cards like the Inquisitor Captain. I'm not really sure if it's right for the deck right now. I need to play a lot more games with it to kind of get a better grasp. But right now, things look pretty rough. I actually think the Elite Spellbinders in the sideboard is probably a mistake. They should be main boardable. If people are running into the same matchups that I'm running into, it's constant control, testing and recording. I just can't get away from that kind of stuff. That's Magic. Anyways, I hope you're enjoying the game still. I am. I guess, I don't know. Anyways, you stay good. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.